everybody, so I am going to do AJ's 15-month update. I was going to just be doing them bi-monthly, but a lot of sort of things have been changing and stuff for him in the last month. So thought I'd just tell you what's been going on. He turned 15 months a couple of days ago, so come sit down here. So as far as eating, in this last month, he, just before when he turned 14 months old, we moved him to his own little table, and we put the high chair away. But what we noticed was he was getting really fussy at dinner times, not wanting to eat, wanting to get up and be with us. So what we ended up doing was bringing the high chair back out, but putting it right up against the dining room table and eating at the dining room table with him, so he could see that we were eating the same things and, you know, he wasn't left out. I think he was sort of feeling a bit left out. So he went quite a bit sort of fussy on dinner times, and it was only dinner times that he was doing this. Breakfast and lunch he was just scoffing down like he normally did. Got your books. So yeah, we were having quite a few different meals, and I don't think he was quite used to them. He still won't eat some things. Doesn't like stir fry. So yeah, but it's much better than it was before. So he's now having 3 meals a day and 1 snack. That was also one of the reasons we adjusted that, because he was getting really fussy at dinner time, not wanting to eat. So he has breakfast, he has lunch, then he has a sleep, then he wakes up, he has afternoon snack, and then he has dinner. So he's not eating so much during the day and like grazing that he's not hungry enough for dinner. So yeah. Sleeping, he's sleeping really well at night. Daylight savings is supposed to kick in at the end of the month here, I think. So it's really bright at like 6 o'clock in the morning here, and so he's waking up way earlier than he normally does, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, so once daylight savings kicks in, hopefully he'll sleep a bit longer during the night. But yeah, other than that, he sleeps right through the night. He's, you know, happy as Larry. And he is for sure down to 1 nap a day. He wasn't sleeping a lot for a while there with the 1 nap, sort of like 45 minutes, an hour. But in the last month it's been like an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So I think that's all, it's just changing, and it's all a part of the growth spurt as well. What else? Physically, he's got 4 teeth that are breaking the surface. 2 on the bottom, 2 on top. And I can feel them his gums getting sharper and sharper. He has been, I guess, he's been pretty grumpy the last month with these. They started causing him trouble about a month ago. His gums got really bumpy and they looked really like painful. So he has not been a happy camper this last month. Just very grumpy and just fussy during the day. It hasn't affected his sleeping at night or anything. But yeah, just during the day, it's just like, you know, doesn't know how to fix it. But they're just about to pop through, so, and he seems to be doing a lot better today he's been doing better than he has been the whole entire month. He had his vaccinations, his 15-month vaccinations on Friday when he turned 15 months. He had 3 injections, poor baby, 2 in the leg and 1 in the arm. It was horrible. It was so bad. But he hasn't reacted to them, and he's doing really well. So, what else? Other development, verbal development, he's got a few more. Oh, thank you. He's added a few more words to his repertoire. Yeah, that's Carpi the kiwi. Scoony bird. Yeah, Carpi the kiwi and Scoony bird. He's added a few more words to his repertoire. He now says on and off, and he says jump, and he says up, and he says down. He says light, he says no, he says button, and he says he's added a few more words to his repertoire. He now says on and off, and he says jump, and he says up, and he says down. He says light, he says no, he says button, and he says shoes. Not perfect grammar obviously, but you clearly know what he's saying. New animal noises is just geese. He honks. He just honks. That's new animal noise. You want to sit up here? Do you want to look at yourself? Look. Say hi. Hi. He has grasped the hang of some more body parts. He knows where his eyes are, nose, feet, ears and hands. He loves reading right now. He constantly wants me to read him stories, so much so that I pretty much know every story off by heart. I could say it. So he loves reading stories and sitting and reading and looking through the book by himself and then getting me to read it to him and turning the pages. He loves to turn the page. He's following commands and requests really well. We ask him a question, ask him to go and get something, tell him to do something, he does it. If we say no, like nap times is getting really good, because I'll say to him, are you ready to go and have cuddles with Teddy now? And he wanders off to his bedroom and stands by his cot and waits for me to come and put him in his cot. At night times, when we're getting ready for our bedtime routine, I say, you know, you ready to go and brush your teeth and have a shower? He wanders down to the bathroom, sits on the floor and waits for me to get him his toothbrush. And so he's following commands really well, and he understands absolutely everything that we say. So I have no worries about that. Yes, Goonie. It's the Goonie bird. So yeah, he's doing really well with that. Just some things that's been going on with him. Tantrums, his personality type or anything. He's been, you know, unusually grumpy and frustrated this month because of teething and things. So, yeah, but when he does not get his way, he lets you know he's not happy about it. What I do is, if he starts throwing a fit, pretty much I just put him in an area of the room where there's not all his toys and things. I just put him in the area of the room and I just walk away. And he grizzles for a bit, and then it's silent, and I turn around the corner, he's back to playing, and he's fine. So I don't acknowledge his bad behaviour. I don't talk to him while he's doing it. I don't want to know about that bad behaviour, so he knows that he's not going to get any attention while he's throwing a fit. And afterwards, it's back to normal. So yeah. Another thing with him is pretty sure he has atopic dermatitis, which is a cause of eczema. And I've mentioned it before in that he's had some dry spots on him, and he first started getting them when he was like 2 months old. He got a few dry spots. I think he got a couple on his back and a couple on his shoulders. And so yeah, he had that when he was a newborn last winter, and then summer came and they disappeared, and then the weather started cooling down again, ready for this winter, which we're come out of, and they appeared again. And here's a lot more, and it's a lot more harsh, but they're not red and inflamed though, they're just dry patches. but I think it is atopic dermatitis. I was doing some research and it said that, 2/3 of the kids that get them before they're age 1, and it's usually associated with environmental factors and all that sort of stuff, and also they're more likely to get it if there is a family history of asthma and hay fever. And my husband has asthma. I get horrendous hay fever. There is hay fever all over my side of the family. There's asthma on my side of the family. There's eczema on my side of the family. There's eczema on my husband's side of the family. So I think it's a whole... I don't think it is anything to do with his food. But we're going to take him to the doctor and get our doctor just to double check it. And we want to get some more cream to put on it, when he has a shower and things. But yeah, so we took him for his vaccinations. The nurse said, maybe take him off dairy, but I want to check with my doctor first before you do anything like that. Because it started when he was 2 months old, went away in summer, came back in winter, and the atopic dermatitis is one that comes and goes. So I think there's probably a number of factors, more, like environmental and basically his genetic makeup as well. So yeah, that's what we're going to be tackling this week. Hopefully I get him into the doctor and get my doctor to have a look at it, and then, get some cream for it. Because we got given some cream. We went and saw the doctor when he must have been like 8 or something months old. He had jaw rash, and we got cream for that, and that's completely cleared up with that cream, but we ran out of the cream, so go back and get some more. I think that's it. Looking at my list here, yes, that's pretty much it for him. Yeah, he wants to be outside all the time, which is hard here because our property isn't fenced off, so I have to be out there with him and I have to follow him everywhere, and he gets a bit annoyed by that. So we're actually going to be building a fence, and so he'll have, a fenced off area he can play in, and I don't have to be running him around. I don't have to be running around after him. I can just sit and watch him, and not be worried that he's going to, run down the driveway or anything like that. Yeah, he just loves walking around and running around and doing, all that sort of stuff. What else?